Hello, welcome to the Wildcat Insider, your source for stories from grades 7, 8, and 9. I'm your host, Alex Ammon, alongside Joey Crimboli. The junior high cheerleading squad had a chance to showcase their skills at a recent cheerleading competition in Harrisburg. Reporters Mallory Schaefer and Ray Fike spoke to some of the cheerleaders about their experience.
The junior high cheerleaders traveled to East Dauphin High School in Harrisburg for the Rise Up competition. The girls received third place.
I'm really proud of us because it was our first competition.
Doing the stunts,
Tumbling,
The cheers, taking a lot of ice baths,
taking a lot of practice, and resting.
We've been louder and been sharper with our moves.
Our stunts have got better.
19 junior and senior high students, along with French teacher Mrs. Zaleski and English teacher Mr. Duda, recently traveled to New Orleans. The group spent 4 days immersed in Louisiana Creole culture and learning with local guides and experts. Reporters Anna Kozic and Kennedy Seaman spoke to some of the participants about the trip.
the French students went to New Orleans, Louisiana.
They had a lot of opportunities to use their French listening and speaking skills, as well as a chance to take away so much knowledge about French influence and culture.
The students spent 5 days on the trip, each day jam-packed with activities.
They went to 2 museums, the New Orleans Museum of Art and the World War II Museum.
They also enjoyed parades, banquets, and shopping.
My favorite day of the trip was Saturday when we went to the plantation with Joseph.
My favorite day was probably the day with the tour with Joseph of the plantation.
My favorite day of the trip was Sunday because of the shopping.
Last week, the Junior High Post staff shared a second edition of their online newspaper. Reporter Gabby Matucci and Matt Ingresh had a chance to visit the class and talk to Ms. Welty and some of the writing staff.
Ms. Welty gave us the insight on why she chose to teach the High Post.
I was interested in teaching the Junior High Post class because I was looking forward to doing something different, sort of a different type of class where the students are creating something for the school. I always loved the Wildcat Insider class and the Senior High Post. It's just really neat to be able to teach a class where the students create something for their classmates, and it's a lot of fun.
We interviewed students and got their thoughts on their upcoming post.
I like to interview teachers and students. I like to write about fashion and the music stuff that happens around the school.
And to interview Drew Blossy about being the student of the week.
I intend to write about pet band.
We look at other junior high posts and get ideas from them.
Ms. Welty informs us on how she motivates her students to write articles.
Whenever we are planning the next newspaper edition, I have my students fill out a survey and they tell me their top 5 favorite articles, things that they would want to write about. And then I go through them all for each class, and we make sure that each student is writing something that they are interested in and excited about.
Newsies is just one of the new electives offered to students this year. Nina Scalise and Elise Lacarte highlight some of the work happening in these courses.
This year, the junior high added 15 new electives. We got the chance to feature Road Trip World, Design and Textiles, Digital Art, and Illustrated Novels. We asked students and teachers about an overview of the classes.
We made gingerbread houses, 3D printed, and now we're sewing.
My favorite part about this elective is it's like a great way to end the day because it's really calm. It's kind of just like relaxes you before you leave.
Hi, my name is Izzy, and in digital art class we've done a lot of paper projects, and we did a lot of online stuff and learning how to use the shapes in the computer.
My name is Eli Goodman, and what I like most about digital art is the freedom to get to do whatever you want with your project.
My name's Parker O'Rourke, and the thing that I like about digital art is I thought I was going to be bad at it because I'm not that great at art, but it's actually a lot simpler.
Road Trip World is a fun class to teach. It's a combination of a foreign language class and a world cultures class. Everyone chooses a language to learn on Duolingo to learn throughout the trimester. Everyone is doing a different language. Some people are doing Chinese, Japanese, German, Spanish, Italian. We have it all. So we do that, but we also learn about different countries and different things like different foods, dances, music, tourist attractions, things like that. And we do a craft, some activity dealing with that country. Like, for example, we're doing creating your own Mona Lisa soon. Last trimester, we took a field trip to the Carnegie Museum to learn about different cultures. So it is definitely a fun class to teach.
And one thing I really liked about Ms. Welty's class was the field trip that we got to go on and the Mona Lisa that we got to draw.
9th grade students can schedule Foundation of Broadcast elective, which produces this show. As we complete our 4th episode, Louis Cicero, Tyler Webster, and Noah Smith showcase what goes on behind the scenes to make each episode possible.
We start off with a rough draft describing what we want our segment to look like and what we're going to do for our segment.
And then we go out and film either in the studio or within the building.
After we finish filming, put our videos in WeVideo and start editing.
As we move to the end of January, we have already experienced 2-hour delays and flexible instruction days. While many may not enjoy the cold weather, some people love this season. Alex and I asked the students and teachers about their favorite thing to do during the winter months.
Build a snowman.
Sledding. Ski.
Build a snowman.
Having snowball fights.
Skiing.
So in the winter, my favorite thing to do is anything that involves staying inside and staying warm.
My favorite thing to do in the winter is to stay inside and either read a book or watch a movie.
On February 2nd, we will turn our attention to Punxsutawney for the Groundhog Day celebration. Reporter Allison Lippert polled students and staff to see if they think Punxsutawney Phil will see his shadow.
If the groundhog sees his shadow, there will be 6 more weeks of winter. And if the groundhog does not see his shadow, then spring will come earlier. I asked 5 teachers in 36, 7th, 8th, and 9th graders whether they think that he will see his shadow or not. Out of the 12th, 7th graders I asked, 7 said no and 5 said yes. Out of the 14 8th graders I asked, 8 said no and 6 said yes. Out of the 10 9th graders I asked, 5 said no and 5 said yes. And out of the 5 teachers I asked, 2 said no and 3 said yes.
Another celebration in the month of February is Valentine's Day. Reporters Gabby Roman and Nina Steele asked students and staff if they would rather receive 100 roses or 100 pieces of chocolate this day.
I'm gonna have to take the roses.
The roses.
I'm gonna have to go with roses.
I'm gonna have to go with roses as well.
Roses.
Roses!
I choose chocolate.
I also choose chocolate. I would choose 100 pieces of chocolate.
I would choose 100 pieces of chocolate. Chocolate.
I would pick 100 pieces of chocolate.
100 roses.
If you're looking for a way to get into the Valentine's Day spirit, Aiden Stairs and Akis Zepp share how you can make a sweet treat.
Here is a yummy treat to make for Valentine's Day. First, put flour, baking soda, and salt in a bowl. Next, in a large bowl, beat softened butter, sugar, and brown sugar until well combined. Add vanilla and eggs, one at a time, beating well after each addition. Gradually add flour mixture, beating on low and scraping side occasionally, just until combined. Roll out the dough on a clean surface and use cookie cutters to shape your dough. Then separate cookies into a pan and place in the oven for 10 minutes.
Looking ahead, we also experience something that only happens once every 4 years. Brock Archer, Gio Castillo, and Rashawn Baker share some details about leap year.
Without leap year, our calendar would be off 24 days every year. During leap year, babies are called leaplings or leapers.
Some cultures consider leap year as an unlucky day.
The last 2 digits in leap year are divisible by 4.
Julius Caesar was the first person who introduced leap year in 46 BC.
A friendly face in our hallways is Miss Calp. Reporters Abigail Webb and Alex Mealy share today's teacher feature.
Hi, I'm here with Miss Calp, and I'm going to be interviewing you for the segment. When did you start teaching?
I graduated college in 2020, and then I started at LES in 2020, and I subbed a little bit, and then I went to Bagley for a little bit, and then last year was my first year at the junior high, and then I've stayed ever since, so 2020 is when I started.
What is your dream vacation?
Oh, I'd love to go a lot of places, but I think my dream vacation would be anywhere in Europe. I think Italy maybe, or also anywhere tropical, anywhere warm, I'd like to go.
What do you do in your free time?
I have 2 golden retrievers, so I like to walk them a lot. We go to the dog park a lot. I also like to read, so I read a lot.
Who's your favorite music artist?
I love music, so there's a lot, but I would say Harry Styles or Shania Twain.
Your favorite skincare product?
Skincare is like, I feel like everybody's talking about skincare right now. So I like Laneige, but I'm also very simple. So I like CeraVe, like moisturizer or like face wash. So nothing too fancy.
Our winter sports season is in full swing. Reporters Ty Wisniewski, Dylan Fry, and Rylan Linhart have an update on the boys' basketball and ice hockey teams.
The Great Lakes Job Junior High boys basketball team has kicked off their season. We took the halls to ask some of the players some things they've learned, some role models the boys look up to, and some music they listen to before the game.
Michael Monias.
My dad.
Before a game, I like to listen to Shoot It Out by J. Breezy.
The boys hockey team has started their season out well. Here are some of the players on their mid-season accomplishments.
The most saves I had in the game was 49 out of 51.
Yeah, I think the team has met our expectations.
The wrestling team has also been working hard. Reporters Brady Cranwetter and Clayton Burkus spoke to some of the wrestlers about their season.
The junior high wrestlers have started off very well this season. We get the chance to talk to some of the wrestlers on the team.
My record is 11-6.
My record is 11-4.
9-8.
13-0.
I'm 2-2 right now.
Personal record is 9-3.
I think we're not going to lose.
I think we're going to do really good. We've had a lot of strong wrestlers. We have really good technique, and I think we could have a chance to win the rest of our tournaments this year.
I think we're going to do good. I think we're only going to lose a couple matches.
The team is progressing through better this year.
This past weekend, the junior high wrestling team went to the Westmoreland County tournament at Mount Pleasant. The team ended up placing 3rd overall with 12 place winners.
In national sports news, Super Bowl 58 will be played at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada on Sunday, February 11th. Angelo Giuliano and Ben Ammon asked students and teachers for their predictions on who is going to win the big game.
The 49ers.
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
The 49ers.
The 49ers.
San Francisco 49ers.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Based on my experience and knowledge in football, I think the Philadelphia Eagles will win the Super Bowl.
Based on my knowledge in football, I think the Baltimore Ravens will win the Super Bowl.
The Buccaneers.
Eagles.
I think the Ravens are going to win the Super Bowl.
I think the Steelers are going to win the Super Bowl.
In honor of the Super Bowl, Nolan Dempsey and Connor Rose organized a football-themed cat challenge.
So I was a little worried at first after seeing his warm-up kicks. He was sending that ball pretty far, and his distance on me was pretty impressive. But I felt good to be able to hit it nice and straight, right down the middle. I even got a second chance after we both shanked one, so it felt pretty good.
It didn't feel good. Well, it felt all right at first. I was getting some good distance in, but my accuracy it's not good. I was kicking it far left, but he's a good kicker. The distance and the strength he had in the ball, it was amazing. I was scared at first, but I'm good though.
We end our show with This Day in History by Louis Cicero, Tyler Webster, and Noah Smith.
On this day in 1778, the first European settlement was established in Australia.
So on January 26, 1887, construction of the Eiffel Tower began.
On this day, Michigan became a state on January 26, 1837.
The world's largest diamond was discovered on January 26, 1905.
On January 26, 2003, Super Bowl 37 was played against the Las Vegas Raiders and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Thanks for tuning in to this edition of the Wildcat Insider. We will see you for our next episode on February 23rd.